everybody to our Cold Imp this October. Welcome all the authors, all the actors, all the audience on behalf of Dark Park Drama. So I'm going to explain first what this event is about, especially to those who are here for the very first time. This event is mainly for the authors, so they can hear their works read by the actors and receive feedback from all of the audience members, so from all of the authors, all of the actors, all of the participants of the audience. The plan for today is that we are going to start with readings and feedback, and then perhaps we'll have a break and we will continue after that. Cold Imp is partially cold reading as per definition, reading the text for the very first time, unrehearsed before, and the improv part is form of theater, which most of all is performed basically unplanned and unscripted. So this is the part where the actors can actually read again the script and based on some kind of prompt received either from the authors or from the other members of the audience. I'm going to take one of the texts and I'm going to ask the author who they want to cast, and then I will invite the actors, the cast here on the stage. I will give them directly the text. It will be read for the first time, cold reading. Then, based on the prompt, either from the author or from the audience, they read it again, and then we can focus on the feedback to the author based on the text. The first one I have here is The Man by Petra Křenková.
I would like Kierstan as the cashier, and I'm sorry.
Alex.
Alex, can you be the customer?
Give me a ticket to the film that's just started and some popcorn.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you mind specifying which out of the 36 shows currently screening do you mean?
The Man.
Right. The Man at 6 p.m.? 2D, 3D, 4D XL, 5DW, Screen Triple, Screen Cube, or fully immersive?
What is that?
2D, 3D...
The 4D and 5 something and the rest. Succinctly, please.
4D XL is 3D with moisture and shaking. 5DW is the same but with more screens. The Screen Triple is more screens without moisture or shaking. And Screen Cube is screens everywhere and fully immersive.
Thank you, that's enough. 2D, please. And popcorn.
All right, adult, child, or senior? You look adult. Do you have a discount? No, you don't. Popcorn, we have medium, big, XL, XXL.
Small, please.
Are you quite sure? Bigger is worth more.
I want a small popcorn. And make it quick, please.
I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to sell you small.
But I'm the customer. And I demand a small popcorn.
I'm sorry, but we don't even have small boxes. We only have medium.
But...
Please show me what's in your wallet, sir.
Excuse me?
Before I ring you up, I need to up your order. But in order to do that, I need to gauge how rich you are.
For God's sake, why?
To determine whether pushing you into buying an XXXL sweet and sour menu with extra soda is still ethical, or whether it will cause us to lose you as a customer to the debtor's prison.
Prison. Definitely prison.
Okay, here's your adult ticket and your extra large popcorn with soda, Venus bar, and collectible brand cup with hologram of the Man. Would you like to pay with cash, card, vouchers, gold, stocks, crypto, or organs?
Cash, please.
All right, here is your receipt and your sedative. Your cinema is on the 12th floor. Please proceed to the weapons check, piracy, brainwave scan, and vaccination shots. Enjoy your evening, sir.
Thank you. Whoa.
Technical question. Everything was heard from every point? Yeah. Okay, thank you. So the author, would you like to give them some prompt? Okay, maybe somebody from the audience would give some prompt to the actors for the second reading.
I can't believe that was cold.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say to that?
I mean, the only thing that I can imagine is to make it more robot style, but you were already straightforward a machine.
You kind of like AI issue, right? Like it would be a machine.
Yeah. Something that just basically tells you exactly what needs to be done. But,
How about maybe making it in a boring way instead of super happy?
Yeah, annoyed. Yeah, you're annoyed.
You're in Czech Republic.
I have a promise for
Alex?
Alex. You're on a date, first date with a girl. She doesn't have any speaking lines, but she's there with you, and you're worried about looking cheap or trying to impress her.
So you don't have that much money.
Yeah.
Alex, can you please change the seat because you need to be visible? Thank you.
And I have just one more note that the customer is very impatient because the film has already started, like the ads have already started, and he's trying to buy the tickets.
All right. Give me a ticket to the film that just started and some popcorn.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you mind specifying which out of the 36 shows currently screening do you mean?
The man.
Right. The Man at 6 p.m. 2D, 3D, 4D XL, 5DW, Screen Triple.
What is that?
2D, 3D.
The 4D and 5 something and the rest? Succinctly, please.
4D XL is 3D with moisture and shaking. 5DW is the same but with more screens. Screen Triple is more screens without moisture or shaking, and Screen Cube is screens everywhere.
Okay,
and,
thank you. That's enough. 2D, please, and popcorn.
All right. Adult, child, or senior? You look like an adult. Do you have a discount? No, you don't. Popcorn. We have medium, big, XL,
Small, please.
Are you sure? Bigger is worth more.
I want a small popcorn and make it quick, please.
I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to sell you small.
But I'm the customer and I demand a small
I'm
popcorn.
sorry, but we don't even have small boxes. We only have medium.
But,
Please show me what's in your wallet, sir.
excuse me?
Before I bring you up, I need to up your order. So, in order to do that, I need to gauge how rich you are.
For God's sake, why?
To determine whether pushing you into buying an XXXL sweet and sour menu with extra soda is still ethical, or whether it will cause us to lose you as a customer and you to go to the debtor's prison.
Prison, definitely prison.
Okay, so here's your adult ticket and your extra large popcorn with soda, Venus bar, and collectible brand cup with a hologram of the man. Would you like to pay with cash?
Cash,
card?
please.
All right. Here's your receipt and your sedative. Your cinema is on the 12th floor. Please proceed to the weapons check, piracy brainwave scan, and vaccination shot. Enjoy your evening, sir.
Thank you very much. So I will take the thank you to the actors. Oh yeah. Would the author like some feedback?
Yes, please.
Okay. So feedback for the author, please.
Yeah. Where did you get the idea from? When I listen to this, it basically sounds like an episode of Black Mirror from Netflix. It could be totally something, especially with the payment method, to pay with organs. This could be totally a part, and all the choices that you have nowadays. So it basically reflects what we are dealing nowadays with. We have abundance of too many things. I mean, it is written nicely, really nice. But where do you want to go with this?
Yeah, where do you want to go? We
wanna
want to see
have
more.
more?
When you ask the question, do you mean like write more of it, or take it and do something with it, like get it ready?
Yeah.
Is it a small piece like it is now, or will it be expanded?
This is
The whole thing?
Okay.
Or whole shebang?
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. So if it's just as it is already great on the point, puts it directly where it
This would
should
be a
be.
great scene in a larger story.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you have like the relationship between the boy and girl, and then this moment happens when they go to the movies together, it could be completely disconnected with the rest of it. But I
Or
think
even a series of vignettes about like
that world.
parasitic,
dystopian, yeah.
radical, like modern times for a while.
Like sketches,
Yeah.
more sketches like that.
Yeah.
In different areas. That would be nice.
Or it would make a really cute short film.
I have like very mixed feelings about this piece because it's so depressing. And it's not that far from reality.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
right.
like,
Yes.
blow it a little bit out of proportion and you're there. I didn't really have to come up with anything. It was already all there.
It sounds very much reality to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
The fact that you could make it funny is what makes it not depressing.
Yes.
You know, because I mean, we're all thinking, am I the only person who thinks this is getting out of control?
Yeah.
You know, because I go to the movies now and I don't understand what, you know, like, what did I want to see recently? It was Oppenheimer, right? And I couldn't see Oppenheimer in 3D in English because it was in 3D in Swedish or something, you know. And I thought, am I crazy? Am I stupid? So you really have hit something. You struck a nerve with this. It's really good.
Especially because it's a topic that is around us all the way. So we experience this every day in a certain way. So everyone can associate or
Yeah,
relate
can relate
with
to
this. So that's why this topic, especially with the cinema, reflects to all of us and it hits really the point.
Thank you very much.
Plus, it was a lot of fun. That was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, Alex.
I love both versions of the sort of mechanical one and also the board one. It was like,
It's more one that is current and one for the future.
yeah.
Perfect. Not too far future.
Okay, and the author, do you have any more questions to the audience? Not really. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next one we have Night Train by Kierstan DeVoe.
Grab Alex and Rosie, please. Night train. A man sits on a bench at a train station. It is midnight and there are no other benches on the platform. He shivers. It is winter. Snow starts falling, but then stops. A woman rushes in, arms full with a giant black duffel bag. It is clearly very heavy, and the woman struggles to hold it as she runs to the bench. Am I too late? Did I miss it?
The train?
Yes! Did it already stop here?
Well, I guess that depends on what train you're looking for.
It looks like train number TR777K.
Yep, that's mine too. As far as I know, it hasn't come yet.
Have you been here long?
A good while, yeah.
No trains.
Nope. Not a one.
My God.
God has nothing to do with it. Blame it on the conductor for taking an extra long cigarette break, leaving our asses out in the cold.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck, it's cold. Aren't you freezing to death out here?
Yes, I am, slowly but surely. The end is near.
You're a strange bird. You know that?
Trust me, I do. You know, we might be waiting a while still. You wanna set that bag down?
Not really, no.
Oh, well, okay then. You wanna set yourself down then?
The man scoots over and pats the bench where he's been sitting.
I warmed it up for you.
Well, if we're going to be waiting a while.
For all we know, that conductor is having himself a nice warm little nap somewhere in Poland. See, it's getting cold.
All right, fine. The woman plops down on the bench, duffel in her lap. You win. Wow. It is warm.
Hate to say, I told you so.
You already did.
I reckon I did, didn't I? Can I ask where you're headed?
Sorry, well, anywhere, really.
Anywhere.
Yep. Anywhere, fast.
You running from something?
Aren't we all, darling?
Yeah. I reckon we is.
The woman adjusts her bag. Suddenly, the lights turn blue. The woman freezes while the man addresses the audience.
It's dark here. Cold and damp. No, not damp. Wet. Wet like cold autumn rain. Or that muddy mess left after the first throw of winter snow. I've always hated that feeling. The cold, the wet. Something about it just chills me straight to my bones. A chill I can't shake. A shiver that never leaves me. I still can't quite shake it. I still can't escape the cold. That kind of bitter cold feels. It feels a lot like fear, you know. Not quite cold enough to lull you into that forever kind of sleep, but just frigid enough to send you nerves a-twitter, crackling like light wires torn from their mooring and left to snap and sizzle in those brown-black salt pools, step at the bottom of the stairwell, littering the frozen ground. It feels like that fear you feel right as you miss that last step at the bottom of the stairwell, huddling forward to your certain death, only to catch yourself and maybe sprain your ankle about 6 inches of free fall later. Yeah. Just like that. It's so cold It's so dark, it's so wet, uncomfortable, and now I can feel you too. And now I can see. Loving you felt like fear too.
The lights go back to normal and the woman resumes normal existence. What about you?
What about me?
Where are you going?
Well, just like you. I'm running from something.
Fast?
Fast as these legs can carry me.
Better make sure your shoes are tied then.
Honey, these boots ain't got no laces. You best mind your own.
I guess you're right about that. She adjusts her bag. It starts to snow. Suddenly, a red light up on stage. The man is frozen while the woman addresses the audience.
I've always loved the color red. I love the way it draws the eye, the way it screams, draws you to it, and envelops you, holds you. When I close my eyes and look into the sun, I see red. I always choose red flowers, red curtains, red socks. And not just any red, mind you. I'm talking fire engine, stripper stiletto, arterial blood red. Bright, vibrant, intoxicating. I've always admired strong colors. They never have to make themselves duller, never dilute themselves to appear more palatable. Easier to swallow, quieter, less noticeable. No. Colors don't give a fuck. Who sees them or how they are perceived? They just are. They can't be anything else. I guess, unless you mix some white paint in that red over there, make yourself a nice, soft pink. Yeah. Fuck that. Give me instead fresh arterial blood on freshly fallen snow. Yeah. That's the good stuff. Don't you think so? No. Shh. Don't try to talk. You'll just ruin my masterpiece. The woman smiles and makes a slicing motion with one hand. Lights go back to normal and the man resumes normal existence.
If we're gonna be out here a while, might as well get to know each other a bit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, keep our minds off the bitter cold and cozy conductor somewhere in Poland.
All right then. What do you want to know?
Shit, I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Well, it's kind of specific. I can show you if you'd like. Lights out. A train whistle in the distance.
And you are in the red, so it was perfect.
I suspect that was a directorial choice.
Yeah, I really couldn't help it.
It's not quite arterial.
Yeah.
It's more brain.
So it's definitely stage thingy.
Well, we'll do another take
Yes.
for it. But I would like to ask, because I have some ideas, but I would love to hear someone else's prompt for them.
So I thought about both drunk.
Very.
Very.
If it's gonna be drunk,
Yeah.
be very drunk.
It's cold, so you had to drink a lot to basically forget the cold.
I will not read stage directions.
Okay.
Okay?
And after, if you want, you can always, yes.
Do you want me to stand up and sit down? No, just stay sitting. Okay. Am I too late? Did I miss it?
The train?
Yes! Did it already stop here?
Well, I guess that depends on what train you're looking for.
It looks like train number TR777K.
Yep, that's mine too. As far as I know, it hasn't come yet.
Have you been here long?
A good while. Yeah.
No trains.
Nope. Not a one.
Oh, thank God.
God has nothing to do with it. Blame it on the conductor for taking an extra long cigarette break, leaving our asses out in the cold.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck, it's cold. Aren't you freezing to death?
Yes, I am, slowly but surely. The end is fucking near.
You're a strange bird, you know that?
Trust me, I do. You know, we might be sitting a while still here, you know, you wanna set that back down?
No, not really, no.
Well, okay then. You wanna sit yourself down there? You know, I warmed it up for you.
Well, if we're gonna be waiting a while.
For all we know, that conductor is having himself a nice, warm little nap somewhere in the park. See, it's getting cold.
All right, fine. You win.
Hate to say I told you so.
It is warm.
I told you.
You already did.
I reckon I did, didn't I? Can I ask, where are you headed?
Sorry. Well, anywhere, really.
Anywhere!
Anyway. Fast.
is. It's dark here, cold, and damp. No, not damp, wet. Wet like cold autumn rain, or that muddy mess left after the first thaw of winter snow. I've always hated that feeling. You know, the cold, the wet, something about it just chills me straight to my bones. A chill I can't shake. A shiver that never leaves me. I still can't quite shake it. I still can't escape the cold, the kind of bitter cold feels. It feels a lot like fear. You know? Not quite cold enough to lull you into that forever kind of sleep, but just frigid enough to send your nerves a twitter, crackling like live wires torn from their moorings and left to snap and sizzle in those brown black salt pools glittering frozen ground. It feels like that fear you feel right as you miss that last step at the bottom of the stairwell. You know, you're hurtling forward to your certain death, only to catch yourself and maybe sprain your ankle about 6 inches of free fall later. Yeah. Just like that. It's so cold. It's so dark and wet, it's uncomfortable, and now I can feel you too. Now I can see. Loving you felt like fear too.
What about you?
What about
Where are you going?
just like you, I'm running from something.
Fast.
Fast as these legs can carry me.
Better to make sure your shoes are tied then.
Honey, these boots have no laces. Best mind your own.
I guess you're right about that. I always loved the color red. I love the way it draws the eye. The way it screams, draws you to it, envelops you, holds you. When I close my eyes and look into the sun, I see red. I always choose red flowers, red curtains, red socks, and not just like any red, mind you. I'm talking fire engine, stripper stiletto, arterial blood red. Bright, vibrant, intoxicating. I've always admired strong colors. They never have to make themselves duller, never dilute themselves to appear more palatable, easier to swallow, quieter, less noticeable. No, colors don't give a fuck who sees them or how they are perceived. They just are. They can't be anything else. I guess, unless you mix some white paint in that red over there and make yourself a nice soft pink. Yeah, fuck that. Give me instead some fresh arterial blood on freshly fallen snow. Yeah, that's the Good stuff. What do you think, son? No, shh. Don't try to talk. You'll just ruin my masterpiece.
If we're gonna be out here a while, might as well get to know each other.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Keep our mind off the bitter cold and cozy conductor somewhere in Poland.
All right, then. What do you want to know?
Shit. I don't know. What is your favorite color?
Well, it's kind of specific. But I can show you if you like. Choo-choo. Very much. Oh, yes. Right.
Would the author like to receive feedback?
The author would love to receive feedback.
What came first, the monologues or the ending?
Can I actually ask a question? Sure. Instead of answering? Because I'm worried my answer will color my question's response.
Correct.
What do you think is going on here?
We have two characters, and you expect one to be the villain and one the victim, but it turns other way around.
Is she a vampire?
She just likes the blood.
In some version, why not?
I wasn't sure what was going on, but I thought that the two monologues were really strong.
Yeah.
I thought what he said about fear and the way she talks about blood, they were both really poetic and really very different from what there's a complete change in the tonality and everything.
Did that feel disruptive for you?
It's so different. Like I thought I would consider the beginning kind of a long prologue that maybe goes too long. But I was super interested. I was like, what the hell's going on? And seeing it a second time, I still don't know what was going on. I still couldn't tell you exactly. If she seems to be some kind of murderer, and I don't know about the guy, if he's just heartbroken, or if there's something more sinister going on. Only one word, and that's chilling.
I had that in my mind that it was chilling.
I mean, in the end, you will never know what happens in the minds of people, no matter if you know them or just get to know them. There are always things that you cannot discover, and they will always stay a secret. So what happens afterwards, we'll never know, because it's not written. So we can just imagine it, and therefore it gives all of us this kind of open space for imagination, and continuation of the story can be good, can be negative, depending on what your thoughts are. Yeah.
Kierstan, would you intend this to be a standalone piece, just as is?
It will be expanded upon.
So she's a vampire.
Please keep me posted, because I would love to see more.
This will be at the stage reading as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right. Any other feedback or question from the author?
To answer your question, Eva, now that you don't need to know? The scene, the monologue, and both monologues were written at completely separate occasions at pit meetings over the past 10 months. Completely not connected until now.
For those who are not familiar with the abbreviation, it's Playwrights in Prague. The meetings take place every week. So far in lovely downtown hotel next to Hlavní nádraží.
Thank you.
Right. Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much. Next one we have Magicians by Stephanie Brush. I forgot to say that at the beginning, also authors have the right to stop the actors at some point in text if they don't, if they have some comment to make, and they can then resume reading. Also, for example, if they don't like to hear the second reading, it's also possible to not have it.
All right, the scene is daytime, a train.
Is the seat taken?
Yes.
Great.
She sits down.
I just told you it was taken.
Oh, that's fine. I'll leave when they come back. They're coming back, right? I'll just be very low maintenance and you won't even know I'm here.
She fidgets annoyingly. She stands, then sits. She gets on the phone.
Richard! No, I don't want to talk about that again. I'm on the train. I guess I'll survive through the next half hour. No, I don't want to talk now. I'm on the train. The train! I see you're reading, I see you're reading The Monster Party.
I really did tell you expressly that this seat is not available.
Well, you said that, yeah, and I noticed there isn't a jacket or a sweater or a corkscrew or anything, really anything here indicating that the person is sitting here, so, yeah.
Why would anybody leave a corkscrew on a train seat?
Oh, I used to leave my corkscrew on the train seat all the time. Now I have this special handy chain for wearing around my neck. Problem solved. You don't want to sit on one of those, now do you? Have you ever seen one of those?
You're not going to leave, are you?
It's the only free seat on the train, as we both know. And nobody's coming. And if I were you, which I'm not, the Lord above knows, but if I were you, I would feel kind of guilty about lying about something like that.
Why is this happening?
I love that question. That's the best question anyone has ever asked. A dog dies in the street. Why is this happening? I leave my husband and never return. Why is this happening? They give you a salad instead of baby carrots that you ordered, and you ask yourself, why?
Tickets.
We're both going to Parabola Falls.
What?
Parabola Falls. You're not going to Parabola Falls?
The conductor takes the ticket and the money from Kara. He ignores Liz and her ticket, and the conductor leaves.
God, I wish it wasn't so humid. Do you have a problem with your hair? Frizz City? Just when you want to look like you're loveliest?
You just bought me a train ticket to a place I'm not even going.
Well, we're both going there now. It's not as if the train was going to suddenly take a hard right and go somewhere just wonky. That's why trains are so reassuring. If there aren't any actual damn tracks, then the train is just going to go off on its own. Can you imagine? The train just takes off into a field right in the middle of people's backyards, knocks over the dog bowls, slams the chickens, and you say, "Why is this happening?" Yeah, there's not a lot of mystery with trains. I can tell you how that book ends.
I'm sure you can.
Do you want me to?
Oh, sure. Yeah, just take over my life. Make all my decisions. In the 5 minutes you've actually known me, which you do not, why don't you just go away?
Nothing happens.
Why don't you just take your private corkscrew and shove it? Shove it. Why don't you...
When we get to Parabola Falls, it will all be different.
What?
Look, I know you're having a bad day, but you have all the power in you to make it better.
How? Of course. You whip out your little Bible now, Right? Yes? Great. I do not want to date with Jesus at this time. I do not want to date with Jesus as in ever. You people just prey on the credulous and the weak.
And are you weak?
No!
Good. So look how well you're doing already. Did the Bible wreck your life?
No! The Bible did... Okay, yes. The Bible did wreck my life. Yes, it did.
True fact.
What do you want to hear?
She takes out a deck of cards.
Pick a card. Pick a card, Tutti Frutti. Do it for peace. Do it for some magic. Do it for the Holy Trinity.
Liz picks a card.
Do you like it?
Do I like it? What kind of questions?
They never ask you that, do they? They never ask you that. Do you like it?
Liz awkwardly gives it back.
Here. No. I want you to keep it. I want you to like it. It's yours. Can I ask you something?
Do you take some kind of medication to make you act like this?
Why do you want some?
Her phone rings.
No, Richard, I'm not touching anything. I'm not bothering anyone in any way. Like they require, police assistance or something. I think I need you to not call, okay? Okay?
She hangs up. Silence.
Are you leaving your husband?
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna need help. I'm gonna need a lifeline.
From where? From me?
I think I picked you.
I've plenty of stuff, actually pretty overpowering stuff to deal with here.
I know.
You are, entertaining. Okay, fine. But you need to, straighten out.
You're reading a book about a man who kills his children.
It's just a book.
So is the Bible, and it ruined your life.
Did I say that?
I guess you did just now. You said the Bible ruined my life.
He who is without sin.
Ah, yes, that sinless guy.
Or that lady.
You mean you? How many months pregnant are you?
Well, you know everything. Mind reader. You tell me.
And you need to figure out what to do.
Yeah. Do. I need to do something.
Or not.
Have you ever made a decision like that?
I've never had the pleasure.
The pleasure of destroying a human life?
It came out wrong.
You think? You think? The most important decision I'll ever have to make. And I have fruitcakes on the train trying to derail me with mind games.
You can get off at any time.
It won't change anything. Carrying it around somebody's future.
Do you like babies?
Actually, no. Not particularly.
Did your mother like babies?
Why would you ask me that?
Of all the things you're allowed to not like, babies is at the top of that list. Sorry, of all the things you're not allowed to not like, babies is at the top of that list. Am I right?
Probably.
Why is that? You never see anybody wearing an "I hate babies" t-shirt. You can hate raw vegetables, and you can hate stupid, controlling people, but you're totally not allowed to hate babies.
I never said I hated babies. It's just that...
But they're kind of a like sentence, aren't they? You can't just make them vanish. You have to buy a lot of products for them and let them puke on you, and then they grow up and then they think you're embarrassing. And
I have friends with beautiful children. They're not embarrassing.
Dude, they won the lottery. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get the next Charles Manson or the next career wife beater.
Well, there's always something to worry about when you're
knocked up, toting a floater.
That's pretty crude language, and you're just being inappropriate.
I don't hate babies. I'm just messing with you.
Well, good.
Babies are a gift to humanity. If only humanity was a gift to babies.
Okay.
She takes off her jacket.
Maybe we should open a window.
Kara tries to open the window. It's stuck. She takes off the corkscrew and tries to jimmy it. She looks out the window.
Oh my God. He found me.
What?
He's out there on the platform. He must have driven like a maniac. He's gonna find me. Okay. I'm going to the toilet. Please. Do you have a name?
Liz.
Nice to meet you, Liz. I'm fucked, and B, I'm hiding.
She runs out. Richard walks in, looking around.
Have you seen a woman, medium height, blonde hair, 30-ish, looking confused?
There's no one in the seat, if that's what you mean.
Look, my wife is a very out-of-control person. She has not been taking her medication. She has hallucinations. She thinks she can do magic tricks or something. She could be hazardous to herself or other people.
Maybe you should call the police?
Richard picks up the corkscrew off the seat. He stares at Liz. She stares back. Long pause.
She doesn't want to be with you.
Who are you? Her new best friend?
I'm just a random person, and I know enough to see when a person has just about had it. Actually...
She is mentally ill.
Oh, well, I'll just bet she is. I think I'll get the conductor.
She stands. Richard holds her back, roughly.
Where is she?
Liz tries to move forward. Richard pushes her. Kara appears.
I'm right here, Pumpkin. So I can see you roughing up a pregnant woman. Wouldn't be the first time.
Kara, you need to come with me.
Asshole.
You need to come now!
I don't think she does. I don't think she does at all.
Damn.
I think you need to get off this train now. This woman is my client, and we have legal grounds to file a restraining order and possibly get you indicted for harassment and probable grievous bodily harm, also endangerment of a minor, and possibly weapons possession.
The conductor arrives, having heard. Buddy, I think you need to go. The police will be here within 7 minutes if you do not deboard from this train. Richard stares at everybody. Then he angrily walks off the train with the conductor pulling out his phone as he does.
You're a lawyer?
I can make up stories too.
That was very crazy.
Yes, it was.
My parents really thought he was catch.
You really do have your work cut out for you. He isn't going to give up easily. I think it will be hard. I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you. It was a long time ago. So.
What's your name?
Karen.
It's beautiful.
She holds her stomach,
Nora.
looks at Kara.
Meet Kara.
Kara's phone rings.
It's him. It's Richard. Oh, fuck. What am I gonna do?
Pick a card.
She gives Kara the card. Kara solemnly takes it.
I don't know. I do not know. We'll figure it out.
That's it. Rather hear the feedback and
Yeah.
then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then feedback for the author. Anybody would like to say anything, or maybe the author has some questions?
Hi, my name is Boris. Did this come from an experience you made in the past, or is it just fiction that came?
It's just fiction. Yeah, yeah.
I have also a comment here.
Mm-hmm.
This is very different from the text I usually hear from you.
Is it?
Yes. At least me, I can only talk for myself and speak for myself, and in comparison to what I've already saw, either during stage readings or heard from you during different occasions, this is very different and very bitter, sweet for me, and very interesting from that point of view. It kind of, for me, it discovers like a different, let's say, layer of the author as well. There is a wit that I've already met in different texts of yours, but there is also a depth and this kind of melancholy that I haven't heard before. And I do appreciate it a lot, so thank you for that.
Oh, thanks, Olga. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with it, because it's not that it wasn't funny, because everything you write has these nuances of comedy. But this was, it was not comedy. It was something else. It was, there were so many possibilities in the beginning. Like, is this person actually running away? Is she crazy? Is she on drugs? Is she an angel? Like, there's so many. Like, is this some sort of divine intervention by like a crazy person on a train? So this other person keeps her baby or whatever. But I really thought that the way that it was written was very well done, in that I didn't have an answer until I had an answer. And that I wasn't upset that I had the answer, like, now I know what's going on, I don't care what's happening next. I cared more what was happening next.
Wow.
And I think it was very well done. And there was for sure a depth there that it was really great to see. And I don't think it was so similar. to Night Train. There were some like this human
Yeah,
connection.
it's just-
I
yeah.
think that it could have absolutely been right after it, and we would not have had any
Maybe,
experience.
maybe. I
Yeah.
just kind of went, oh no, trains. So
No.
Could be the same train, different stories.
Yeah.
it could be.
Yeah.
I thought of that. You know, it's like it could all be done at a train station and just go from story to story. Why not?
Now we know why the train
Why
is
not?
delayed.
This is it. This is why.
Dedicated.
Yeah, my one of my actors from my rehearsal yesterday called it Midnight Train to Trauma. So this could be the
Oh.
That's so interesting.
yeah night train.
I wanted to just add a little bit something more about the ending that I really enjoy the fact that it's open and you literally said we'll figure it out, which is great.
I don't know if you know the Fight Club.
Yeah, I love the Fight Club.
So basically, this reminds me a little bit of it. So
Oh, okay, I know where you're going.
because you have there two characters
Yeah,
talking to each other. One knows the other
yeah,
very much,
yeah.
and basically tries to convince to become a unity.
Uh-huh.
That's- So it might be something like this because she's bipolar probably, and Richard tries really to help, and it doesn't work, so she escapes because
It's like-
one knows everything about the other, and the other accepts it suddenly.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was, I thought for sure
Did
it was the split personality Tyler Durden thing, but
I'm just the person who wrote it down. Especially. Just as like I was going, well, I wonder what they're gonna do now. And
Oh,
then
wow.
it's like, really? She's pregnant? I didn't, I just let them tell the story.
Chekhov's corkscrew.
The corkscrew? Yeah.
Drinking a beer.
Yeah, the corkscrew was kind of not very obvious, yeah.
I liked that by the end of it, I was no longer convinced that there was an Easter egg. I mean, kind of like you were saying, like, by the end, I wasn't sure if it was just a straight story. Like, is there any mysticism or twist or anything like that? It's like, I come on, or Richard comes onto the scene, and it's like she's crazy and kind of demystifies everything. But again, like Kierstan said, I was actually more invested after the twist, so to speak, or like the removal of the resolution of the mystery. I found myself more interested in the story.
Well, your version is she's crazy.
Well, yeah.
Who's the
Richard's version, no, I'm kidding.
Question, Stephanie. Do you want this as a standalone piece, or do you want to continue it?
I write, most of the stuff I write is standalone because my little brain just doesn't really expand stuff very well. I mean, I'm working on a full-length thing, but this is not that.
Because in my opinion, I think you could continue it in a way. You have so much going on that it kind of demands some kind of, we want to see the characters more, basically. It doesn't have to be linear, but just more of this world. I think there's a lot of options to continue.
Yeah, I mean, what I liked was the idea that they started, I mean, it's like a sort of, in a classic, I don't know, rom-com, you have boy meets girl and they don't like each other, but I thought it would be interesting, two women meeting, and one of them is completely resistant, and how she sort of gets worn down by the other person.
Ends up being her protector, actually.
Yeah, and they end up reversing roles. That was deliberate, yeah. I was thinking of actually Titanic, when one saves the other, and then the other, so they save each other, really.
Does that make me Billy Zane?
That's you, without the eyebrows. I could never deal with the eyebrows. I don't know who did his makeup, but it's bad. It was. I'm sorry. It was the worst thing in that movie. Come on.
I just want to say I always appreciate from all your writings, we as the audience members can always follow the thoughts of the characters, and and that's a hard thing to do, and it's when we're following the thoughts of these characters and we relate to them, understand them, and feel the emotions going on. So I appreciate that. And this is my favorite piece of yours that I've seen. So I just want to say that.
That's funny. Thank you.
I would like to say something. So I'm sorry, guys, you cannot see. So it's like when you were like performing, I could like totally visualize the scene that whatever the dialogue, the characters are going through. But I really understood like she's like really mad. And I was just thinking, what about the guy's perspective? Because we just know like from one perspective side, but I'm just saying that if you would continue with the story, it would be really interesting to see what the guy is dealing with, Why is she running away? Like, because she's crazy, but why is, what is the guy doing really for her? Or maybe the guy is like really crazy and she's running away from,
Well, that's kind of where that's, in this version, that's kind of how I see it, that she doesn't really pose a threat to anybody, he certainly does. And between the three of them, including the conductor, they get rid of him. So,
She
at
has a
least for
ticket.
now. But he'll come back, and they know it. So I kind of like the idea of the conductor also being a female, and that, between the three of them, they sort of, rescue. The person who needs to be rescued is the one, not the one you think.
All right, any other comments? Feedback? Okay. Any questions?
So I felt bad for the actresses because I realized you didn't know, you had you're talking to Richard on the phone and you don't know that, he's.
Yeah, I thought that they were like flirting.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
So, all I would say is if we're going to do it again,
Yes?
I would say to all of you, knowing what you know now, because I know you're very smart actresses, you're fine.
I'm not a very smart actress.
Charles just knows what needs to be done and he does that. So, yeah. I chose you deliberately. What I would maybe ask Nora is make it more high and more manic.
Yeah.
I think you probably are bipolar and you're going through a manic phase. So under the surface, you're scared. So you're acting like really cheerful and happy, but you're like kooky scared. Yeah. But I think.
I have a technical request.
Yeah.
Nora, can you speak a bit slower?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's the other thing. A lot of non-native speakers. So yeah, I would articulate everything. All right. All right. Daytime. A train.
Is the seat taken?
Yes.
She sits down.
Great.
I just told you it was taken.
Oh, that's fine. I'll leave when they come back. If they're coming back. Correct? I'll be very low maintenance, and you won't even know I'm here.
She fidgets annoyingly. She stands, then sits. She gets on the phone.
Richard. No, I don't want to talk about that again. I'm on the train. Yeah, I guess I'll survive through the next half hour. No, I don't want to talk now. I'm on the train! I see you're reading The Monster Party.
I really did tell you expressly that this seat is not available.
Well, you said that, yeah. And I noticed that there isn't a jacket or a sweater or a corkscrew or really anything to signal that the other person is actually sitting here. So,
Why would anybody leave a corkscrew on a train seat?
oh, I used to leave my corkscrew on train seats all the time. Now I have this special handy dandy chain for wearing it around my neck. Problem solved. You don't want to sit on one of those, you know? Have you ever sat on one of those?
You're not going to leave, are you?
It's the only free seat on the train, as we both know. And there's nobody coming. And if I were you, which I'm not, the Lord above knows, but if I were you, I would feel kind of guilty about lying about a thing like that.
Why is this happening?
I love that question. Okay, that's the best question ever asked. A dog dies in the street. Why is this happening? I leave my husband and never return. Why is this happening? They give you a salad instead of the baby carrots you ordered, and you ask yourself, why?
The conductor arrives. Tickets.
We're both going to Parabola Falls.
What?
You're not going to Parabola Falls?
The conductor takes the ticket and money from Kara. She ignores Liz and her ticket. Conductor leaves.
God, I wish it wasn't so humid. Do you have a problem with your hair? Frizz City, right? Just when you want to look your loveliest?
You just bought me a train ticket to a place I'm not even going.
Well, we're both going there now. And it's not as if the train is suddenly going to take a hard right and go somewhere just wonky. That's why trains are so reassuring. If there aren't any actual damn tracks, then the train is not going to go off on its own. Can you imagine? The train just takes off across a field, like right through people's backyards and like through the dog bowls, and then it slams into the chickens, and you say, why is this happening? I can tell you how that book ends.
I'm sure you can.
Do you want me to?
Oh, sure, yeah. Just take over my life, make all my decisions. In the 5 minutes you've actually known me, which you do not, why don't you just go away? Why don't you just take your private corkscrew and shove it? Shove it! Why don't you...
When we get to Parabola Falls, it will all be different.
What?
Look, I know you're having a bad day, but you have the power to make it so much better.
Oh, yeah, of course. You whip out your little Bible now, right? Yeah? Great. I do not want a date with Jesus. At this time. I do not want a date with Jesus, as in ever. You people just prey on the credulous and the weak.
Are you weak?
No!
Good. Look how well you're doing already. Did the Bible wreck your life?
No. The Bible didn't... Okay, yes. The Bible wrecked my life. Yes, it did.
True fact?
What do you want to hear?
She takes out a deck of cards.
Pick a card. Pick a card, Tutti Frutti. Do it for peace. Do it for magic. Do it for the Holy Trinity.
Liz picks a card.
Do you like it?
Do I like it? What kind of question?
They never ask you that, do they? They never even ask you that, do they? Do you like it?
Liz awkwardly gives it back.
Yeah?
No. I want you to keep it. I want you to like it. It's yours.
Can I ask you something? take some kind of medication to make you act like this?
Why? Do you want some?
Her phone rings.
No, Richard. I'm not touching anything. I'm not bothering anyone in any way, like would require police assistance. I think I need you not to call, okay? Okay?
She hangs up.
You're leaving your husband?
Yeah, that's a fact. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna need help. I'm gonna need a lifeline.
From where? From me?
I think I picked you.
I have plenty of stuff, actually, pretty overpowering stuff to deal with here.
I know.
You are entertaining, okay? Fine, but you need to straighten out.
You were reading a book about a man who kills his children.
It's just a book.
So is the Bible. And you said it ruined your life.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. Just now. You said the Bible ruined my life.
He who is without sin.
Yes, that sinless guy.
Or that lady.
You mean you? So, how many months pregnant are you?
Well, you know everything. Mind reader. You tell me.
And you need to figure out what to do.
Yeah. Do. I need to do something.
Or not.
Have you ever made a decision like that?
I've never had the pleasure.
The pleasure of destroying a human life?
That came out wrong.
You think? You think? Huh? The most important decision I'll ever have to make? I have fruitcakes on the train trying to derail me with mind games.
You can get off at any point.
Oh, won't change anything. I'm carrying around somebody's future.
Do you like babies?
Actually, no. Not particularly.
Did your mother like babies?
Why would you ask me that?
Of all the things you're not allowed to not like, babies is at the top of that list. Am I right?
Probably.
So why is that? You never see anybody wearing an I hate babies t-shirt. You can hate raw vegetables, you can hate stupid, controlling people, but you're totally not allowed to hate babies.
Well, I never said I hated babies. It's just...
But they're like a life sentence, aren't they? You can't just make them vanish. Well, you have to buy like a lot of products for them, and then they puke on you, and then they grow up, and then they think that you're embarrassing.
I mean, I have friends with beautiful children. They're not embarrassing.
Dude, they won the lottery. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get the next Charles Manson, or the next career wife beater.
But there's always something to worry about when you're
knocked up, toting a floater.
You know, that's pretty crude language. And you're just being inappropriate.
I don't hate babies. I'm just messing with you.
Well, good.
Babies are a gift to humanity. If only humanity was a gift to babies.
Okay.
She takes off her jacket.
Maybe we should open a window?
Kara tries to open the window. It's stuck. She takes off the corkscrew to jimmy it, looks out the window.
Oh my god. He found me.
What?
He's out there on the platform. He must have driven like a maniac. He's gonna find me. Okay, I'm going to the toilet. Please. You haven't. Do you have a name?
Liz.
Okay, nice to meet you, Liz. I'm fucked. And also I'm hiding.
She runs out. Richard walks in, looking around.
Have you seen a woman, medium height, blonde hair, 30s-ish, looking confused?
There's no one in this seat, if that's what you mean.
Look, my wife is a very out of control person. She's not been taking her medication. She has hallucinations. She thinks she can do magic tricks. She could be hazardous to herself or other people.
Maybe you should call the police.
Richard picks up the corkscrew off the seat. He stares at Liz. She stares back.
She doesn't want to be with you.
Who are you? Her new best friend?
I'm just a random person. And I know enough to see when a person is just about had action.
She is mentally ill!
Just that she is. I think I'll get the conductor.
She stands. Richard holds her back, roughly.
Where is she?
Liz tries to move forward. Richard pushes her. Kara appears.
I'm right here, pumpkin. So, I see you're roughing up a pregnant woman. Wouldn't be the first time.
Kara, you need to come with me.
Asshole.
You need to come now!
I don't think she does. I don't think she does at all.
Damn.
I think you need to get off this train. Now, this woman is my client, and we have legal grounds to file a restraining order and possibly get you indicted for harassment and probable grievous bodily harm. Also, endangerment of a minor. And possibly weapons possession.
The conductor arrives, having heard. Buddy, I think you need to go. The police will be here within 7 minutes if you do not deboard from this train. Richard stares at everybody, then he angrily walks off the train with the conductor, pulling out his phone as he does.
You're a lawyer?
I can make up stories too.
That was very crazy.
Yes, it was.
My parents really thought he was a catch. You know.
You really do have your work cut out for you. He isn't going to give up easily. I think it will be hard.
She touches her stomach.
I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you. It was a long time ago.
What's your name?
Kara.
It's beautiful.
She holds her stomach.
Laura. Meet Kara.
Kara's phone rings.
It's him. It's Richard. Oh, fuck, what am I gonna do?
Pick a card.
She gives Kara the card. Kara solemnly takes it.
I don't know. I do not know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, thank you. Can I make one comment?
Yeah.
So I assume it's the first time she runs away, right?
Is it the first time she runs away?
Yeah, from him.
I don't know. You could not, maybe it isn't. I'm guessing now that you ask, it probably isn't. She's probably there before.
I'm just curious because if it was, I just found it interesting because I know in the line, I'm right here, pumpkin. You know, when she comes out, she's in that line really standing up to him. And I don't know if it's the first time she stands up to him, but it seemed like, you know, because she saw that when friend was threatened, that gave her like the power to stand up maybe
Oh,
for the
yeah.
first time. You know?
Because she had a buddy, she has an ally now.
So
there's,
I just think that's a very powerful moment.
I hope so.
And but just my personal opinion, I would delete the pumpkin part and just say I'm right here. But, I think so.
Maybe he called her pumpkin and she's just getting him back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't like to be called pumpkin.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that she has a sense of power now because, much to her surprise, this woman who didn't even like her is now standing up for her. So this is maybe the first time this has happened for her. That part wasn't hard to write actually.
Okay. So I encourage, if you have more comments to Stephanie or any other previous authors, please reach out to them after the event is over. We still have 2 pieces and not as much time as we would like to have. So thank you again, Stephanie. So the next piece is by Spencer Derr.
Oh, well, have you heard? If you take another step closer, you don't really mean that. You know, I've been too easy on you. That's my fault.
Think of the kids. What would they say?
That's all that matters to you. What they say.
You'd leave it all behind, just like that?
I'm taking a step forward. A step I never allowed myself to make.
You're thinking of yourself.
You know, I've never been allowed to think of myself before. That you can't even understand.
This isn't you. It was an accident. You're blaming yourself for it.
That wasn't an accident. I did it on purpose.
No one could do such a thing on purpose.
That's what anyone that can't see any other way would say.
As if we aren't on the same team.
We aren't. We never were.
You're disgusting.
The stench of you comes out stronger than it ever has before. Soon I won't smell it any longer.
Then take that step. End our misery.
No. You can't take that from me, no matter what else you have. Remember that.
I'll forget it. Trust me. It's what I do.
You don't mean that. I'm free. Free from all this pleasantry. I'm disgusting. I'm really, I have always been that what you wanted.
If you won't take that step, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, you will die alone.
Is cool if they stand up? Is that like...
It can be cool.
Okay.
Yes.
So I want you to stand up this time.
Okay.
And you're talking about this one step. So you're, Eva, you're on the edge of a building. And Kierstan, you are, well, you see you're on that, oh, I'm saying obvious, okay. Yeah. And Eva, with every line, it's like you're pushing her away. Like, you're, you know, you're not throwing away any lines, you're just hitting her with like every line, if that makes sense.
Like each one is an attack.
Yeah.
More aggressive.
Okay.
So like, basically the emphasize every end of sentences. And what happened is that somebody died, your child, basically, and it was by accident, but in a way, maybe it wasn't. And you guys are a couple.
I think you should be forward.
You're the one jumping.
You think? Well, have you heard? If you take another step closer.
This is the like really high. It starts really high, all or nothing, you know, moment in the very first line.
So Prue is on the edge.
Yeah. Okay.
And Pan is coming to Prue to try to pull them back from the edge.
But you basically have to prove to her that you are going to jump.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
Well, have you heard? If you take another step closer.
You don't really mean that.
No, I've been too easy on you. That's my fault.
Think of the kids. What would they say?
That's all that matters to you. What they say.
You'd leave it all behind, just like that?
I'm taking a step forward. A step I never allowed myself to make.
You're thinking of yourself.
I've never been allowed to think of myself before. That you can't even understand.
This isn't you. It was an accident. You're blaming yourself for it.
That wasn't an accident. I did it on purpose.
No one could do such a thing on purpose.
Yeah, that's what anyone that can't see any other way would say.
Here, take that moment again. Maybe you did do it on purpose.
No one could do such a thing on purpose.
Well, that's anyone that can't see any other way would say.
As if we aren't on the same team.
No, we aren't. We never were.
You're disgusting.
Oh, the stench of you comes out stronger than it ever has before. Soon I won't smell it any longer.
Then take that step. End our misery.
Mine. You can't take that from me, no matter what else you have. Remember that.
I'll forget it. Trust me. It's what I do.
You hear that? I'm free! Free from all the pleasantry. I'm disgusting. I'm really, I have always been that what you wanted.
If you won't take that step, I'll do it for you.
Huh? You will die. You will die. Alone.
Don't jump!
Don't!
No method acting here.
Thank you very much, actors. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Arthur, would you like to hear feedback?
Yeah, we have to kind of go quickly, huh?
Yes, we do.
Super fast.
And my question is, I guess, what would you want to see from that pitch? Like, what other part of the story would you want to see, you know, from just watching that? You know?
I would want to see the last time they were happy together. As a juxtaposition. Like, I imagine if it were a short film or something, that it would then switch into like, before maybe all of this happened.
Or maybe they tried to recover, to be happy again together. Maybe they went to a psychologist or something, to counseling. They tried to understand each other better, but they couldn't, and in the end it came up to these discussions. Or maybe one of them didn't want enough peace. I don't know, it could be some.
Really? I would maybe like to see the moment when the other of the two is actually at their lowest. Because I feel like in this scene we see one of them almost jumping, but it would be interesting to see the other person who's actually the one who's kind of saving the one who's about to jump, having that meltdown, or having that kind of emotional breakdown there, just to see the coping mechanism, the difference there is in that because of what happened.
Is it meant to be a same-sex couple?
I don't know.
Because that might switch the story, which is in my head, how it started, how it ends, why.
Yeah.
Many questions come with the actors itself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's,
I was just wondering, like, the person who wanted to jump, when they said they had this moment when they were saying, finally free of these pleasantries and finally they can think for themselves. For me, it was maybe the strongest moment for me personally. And I would like to understand better what is so difficult for them in life to stand that this would be a better solution. So that we understand that they are really struggling with something and that this really, we would understand the liberation that they might feel with this sort of drastic measure. That's kind of how I...
Yeah, that was also something that I thought, if it's a same-sex couple, they might have to overcome more issues in general with society and all stuff. And one is stronger than the other, can handle it easier, and the other was more protected by the partner and therefore couldn't speak out for herself. And therefore the issues came out more than actually protecting. So that's why I asked in the beginning, where does this problem come from? And if it's a same-sex couple, then the problems might evolve from somewhere in the background because of society, not because of themselves, but because others.
And I think it's important to show that they tried, that it's not just like on a whim, that it's like there's really some effort that's been going into it. Otherwise it's like...
I mean, you see on the roof basically they are trying to get the other person back out, away from getting, but it didn't work. Yeah, the accident, that was not an accident, but all the come from one wanted children, the other didn't. In the end they decided, but it didn't work out for this one person. And then an accident happened.
Oh yeah.
Can I just have a comment? The sentence that Alex mentioned, I had trouble with this particular piece of sentence. And for the love of God, I have no idea why I really thought that my character was not jumping, but trying to save the other one. That's why I was kind of reading it away. Something in this piece was, for me, it was like that I really saw that it's a different way, it's the other way.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be for the prom to do it from the opposite direction, but.
I mean, in my mind, like it's like you're hoping for a miracle, you know, and the miracle, maybe like character's mind, is that the partner would take it upon themselves to, you know, jump instead. Yeah, I mean, basically, I wrote this as part of Right Before Your Eyes, which is our Writers Live Improv event. And basically, I've had these characters in my mind now since then, and wondering how to continue it. So this is why I asked this question. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like the end of the play or whatever, or the beginning, or
somewhere
in the middle or something.
That's really nice that they stuck with you.
Yeah.
Do you want to like evolve? Do you want to work on it?
Yeah. So we'll see where it leads now.
What was your prompt? Do you remember?
It was something that Rebecca actress. She gave me. Do you remember Kierstan?
I don't. It was in the summertime. Many moons ago.
She won,
many prompts ago.
A woman that was like the warrior or something. And there's like there's more to it.
It was at the very end of the event. Things got real crazy. I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's great, right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
And how many rounds? Sorry, again to ask about the Right Before Your Eyes. How many rounds did you?
Many.
4?
For the Right Before Your Eyes, this was a different format. So we were not doing continuations of the same script. That's a new thing we've tried now only twice. So this was the second Right Before Your Eyes when things were still in the chaos realm. Which is fun. It's very fun. Hard to navigate what happened when, where, and how, though. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Eva and Kierstan.
Thank you, Spencer.
One more piece. This piece is called Julia. It's by Petra Křenková.
Martin, over here. I got us a table.
Great. Thanks, Camille. You're early, huh?
How are you?
Good. You? So great to see you again, man.
It's been a while. I hope you still want your usual, because I have already ordered it.
Big black? No milk, no sugar?
Sure thing. And a croissant for the birthday boy.
Seriously? Birthday boy? But croissant. Haven't had one of those in months. Whatever will my coach say?
You're not allowed croissants?
He needn't know everything.
Gasp! A secret. Shocking.
Secret between bros. Why are you in pink?
Have you seen the Barbie movie?
Oh, right. Yes, on Saturday. I went with a friend. Did you like it?
Oh, I love Ken's song.
Yeah, I know. It's like your theme song.
I wouldn't go that far.
Why? It fits you perfectly. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. Always number 2.
So, that's the problem? That she'll attend?
Maybe.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, stop it. It doesn't fit me anymore. And Ken is dumb.
Oh, I know.
I've actually had a dream about Julia last night.
Mate, don't go there.
I mean, it wasn't that kind of a dream.
Whatever. I don't want to know.
And it's not, I would never, I respect her way too much.
Too much, I know. So stop talking about her.
Now I can't even say her name.
I'm dreading what comes out of your mouth every time you do.
That's so hypocritical.
I still see her. She's my friend. I get to talk about her.
Believe me, I've noticed.
There's something I want to tell you.
It's happening right now.
What?
That dread. You're about to say her name.
Well, you know how my birthday's coming up.
Next Thursday, right?
Yeah. I thought, since everyone's so busy, I would combine my welcome home party with my birthday party.
Let me guess. It's on Friday, and there will be lots of little couch-approved sandwiches and those nasty, nasty veggie crackers.
You got it in one.
But Julia, come on, say it.
It's not my fault she was born 2 days after me.
So that's the problem. That she'll attend?
Mate, it's her birthday.
I genuinely did not remember that.
I don't believe you.
I know. Nobody does. But I didn't!
I'd really love to invite you.
Thanks. I'd love to come.
But she doesn't want you there.
But I haven't seen her in years. She can't possibly still mind.
Well, she does. Or usually she doesn't, I think. She's just going through some stuff right now. I promise she has a valid reason. It's got nothing to do with you, you know? Not really.
So I don't get to go to my best friend's party. The first one in years I could attend.
I'd really love you to come, but...
And I'm supposed to prove to Julia how much I don't give a fuck about her anymore?
Yeah.
By adhering to her wishes.
Pretty much.
Of not going. Because she has a valid reason to not invite me.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't have anything to do with me.
To be fair, I was already friends with her when we got to know each other.
Damn, I know. Our first conversation.
Julia.
And next year, you'll probably be playing somewhere in South Africa again. Or perhaps Norway for a change, huh?
Yeah, you know, I can't help it. Tell me, what was your dream about?
I don't remember. Well, what if I just showed up to tell her in person how much I don't care about her? I've still got to give you your present, you know? And she's self-centered and mean. Even you say it.
Well, she is sometimes. Why did you like her for so long?
I don't know. Why did you?
She has her depths. And she really cares about her friends.
Well, I wouldn't know. Now, would I?
You should give her up.
I already did. I have. It's you who keeps bringing her up. I thought you, out of everyone else, would know.
You just said you had a dream about her.
And the other night, I dreamt I was at a zoo. I did honestly give up on her years ago, but she didn't give up my best friend.
Don't say it.
Why would I make you choose? You've already chosen her.
Mate, but she has a valid reason not to want you there. Not everything is about you.
I have been patient, you know. I have tried to be sensible about this thing years ago. I tried to be respectful. I didn't want to make you feel like you had to choose. While she was laughing at me behind my back with your friends, while they gossiped about me, everybody asked me, what do you see in her? She's so mean. And she's mean to you.
Yeah, I could never understand it myself. What was it?
I don't know. She just seemed different. Different than everybody else. Do you remember? Everyone was mad about her at that time. I was just like a face in the crowd.
You know, it's funny, but that's what she said about you. That you were different.
When was that?
On Saturday. Don't look so betrayed. I had to. It was practically my duty as her friend to take her to see Barbie. Besides, I didn't know you wanted to go that badly. You know, you could have called. We could have gone together, the two of us.
Well, yeah, but you would have been busy.
I always make time for my most loyal fan.
Once or twice a year. Sorry, I'm grouchy and tired. Where is the coffee?
Looks like you're the one who needs the croissant. What? What happened? Camille, what did I say?
It's nothing.
It's not nothing.
It's just that I remembered.
What?
What you asked.
What?
Why I used to like Julia.
Why?
She gave me her croissant. Oh my god, do I even like croissants?
I'm glad you're over her and not making a scene in the cafe.
You don't get it.
No, I really don't.
You don't get it!
Then explain it to me.
She used to be nice to me. It's so long ago, I almost forgot. It's like something in here just clicked and opened. I haven't thought about this in years. She didn't used to be mean to me. Not at the beginning. She was always somehow worse with her friends, but to my face, she was understanding and kind. We used to have really nice, long conversations and walks. I felt like she saw me. Like we were on the same wavelength. Later, when she learned about my feelings for her, she was compassionate, kind.
She was polite. She pitied you.
No, that's the thing. She was kind until I told her that it would be so much easier to let her go if only she wasn't so nice.
Are you kidding? Am I supposed to believe that? I'm supposed to believe that. My girlfriend.
What?
That because of you,
Mark, what?
She changed her entire personality.
When did you intend to tell me?
Obviously, now you see why it would be super weird if I invited you.
Did you even intend to tell me?
Eventually. When I was sure you were over her.
But I am over her. Just ask my therapist. How do you still not believe me? It's been 10 years.
Mate, I just don't think...
No, you don't, do you? In your business.
Look, I understand that you're upset. I'm upset too.
It's you who didn't want me to come.
It's only logical.
Were you ever on my side? Or only on yours? I thought you were my friend. Friends don't lie to each other.
Camille, I don't think you can make it out there alone. You need me.
You keep saying that. You keep treating me like I'm some sort of second-rate human who can't take care of himself.
No, it's you. You're always so keen to do things for people. You always do too much.
Well, whatever. It ends now. I've had enough.
But you're still coming to the San Jose match, right?
You know, Mark, I don't think I will.
Not even the ones in Slovakia or Hungary?
No! No matches! No cheering! No welcome home parties! You can celebrate with your girlfriends.
Well, good. At least you and Julia will be far, far away from each other. And I won't have to tell her anything when she asks about you.
Oh my god. You are jealous. I can't believe it. Of what exactly?
Stop talking about my fiance. Stop saying her name.
Damn you! Damn you and Julia too! Go skip together into the sunset. I can't believe I bought this friend act for so long. Get out of my way. You will pay.
No need for aggression.
No, for the coffee, you idiot.
Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I'll always be number 2. Hi, Barbie. Julia. No, it did not go well. I've told you before, he doesn't want to see you. I need to take a class that's just pantomiming the phone. It's always the least natural thing I can do on stage.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm just really bad at pantomiming the phone. It's always bad.
Just the phone always should touch your mouth.
It has to be a headset from like the Backstreet Boys.
It's funny that we still do this.
Yeah, that's not a phone anymore.
Yeah, it's just actually
You
just
just
a brick.
hold it.
Yeah.
I'm so not used to it now. It's locked in.
Call center.
I worked at a call center too long.
It was fine for the
Holding.
Okay, author.
Okay, can you give me some details because I was really unsure about this thing and I've been told by a man before that guys don't talk like that to each other and they work like
No, they don't.
So
But-
I'm wondering what other people think.
First of all, choose a different movie. We don't watch Barbie.
Yeah, we're more Oppenheimer. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I loved Barbie.
I did too.
I thought it was so good, honestly. So when I saw that you mentioned Barbie, I was like, yes. But it's just.
I mean, plays are in some ways supposed to be about eccentric characters, not just like everyday characters that would be boring. That's all we saw. So like, I think there's no problem. With characters as they are. So, I think it's interesting to see this than like just average. There's a particular reason because it makes them. There's little what do we call it? Character qualities because of this. That adds to the character. I think it's fine. There's something to say.
Yeah, and if I may add, I think it's just like a stylization, because it doesn't need to be ultra realistic. It's just a style, it can be unnatural, but I think it's more about what you intend to, what's your intention. So I think it's, I mean, this is not exactly how guys talk to each other generally, but I don't think it's necessarily an issue.
But maybe they should.
Maybe they should, yeah. I'm gonna take.
My only thing, I have no problem with stylization or, this on the pages that exists didn't feel like too stilted or weird, but I did feel like a almost sexual tension at first.
That's
wasn't
what I
sure
thought
where
as
it
well.
was going.
Yeah, I thought that is, yeah.
It's the real subtext.
It's a fella though.
But that's what's going to happen probably in the end
Yeah.
because you feel something for him. You don't want Julia to be with him.
Yeah.
That's why you are manipulating everything. So
You want
so
both
not
of
you, the
them,
character.
but not them to have each other.
I do have the Barbie ring. Though.
Yeah, and because of the Barbie movie, I would start it basically like them rejecting. No, I didn't like, and then it comes like, actually. So it's like always like I didn't watch it. But there was this great scene and so on. And, oh yeah. Oh, so you watched it? Yes, I did. So that's more like us, man. First rejecting, I didn't do that, and then opening up completely, and then they are like girlish. Yeah.
If I make a comment, I don't know in which world you live, sorry, but
I'm here.
Yeah, but from my personal experience, for a couple of
As a man?
a lot of years, I've been in the male industry, and because they forget I'm like the woman in the middle, so they like forget about it, and they talk even worse than the ladies. So
Yes, but when there are two men talking to each other, it's first denial, then acceptance, then being
so
completely
it
open.
definitely works. I was just like at the first half, I was kind of like lost in the middle with no focus. There was no like twist or anything, so I was kind of like you lost me there a little bit. But like at the end, it was just like picking up again. Like it's just like me.
To make it too long. Yeah, I was wondering before.
I mean, it's also important to take into consideration that we only saw it once, and it was
Yeah.
cold red. So I think that given a couple rounds for, pardon me, rehearsal, it would pick up the pace a bit. As I choke on my own saliva.
Okay, any other comments?
I do think though it would help that if the reveal of the girlfriend, that line, that kind of jump starts it. I think that should come a bit sooner than it is now. So maybe you could cut, reorganize, whatever. But I would recommend that because it kind of that is the scene in a way, that dynamic of what
I think we picked up on it. I definitely picked up on it. Like, he's keeping him away from this party because he's sleeping with Julia, at least. And then it was like girlfriend, I'm like, aha, and it was fiance, and yeah.
I was wondering whether I should like at a wedding at the end, but then I thought.
You're not coming to the wedding.
But that's the point.
Did you book a venue?
She's pregnant.
And you didn't even
She's actually
consider
pregnant.
asking my opinion?
Yeah.
I have amazing taste.
Are they actually together, or is he just preventing him to come so they might meet again?
Well, that's a good question.
That's what I picked up on.
Yeah.
From the
end.
What? From the phone call.
Yeah, the final line. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping that the last phone call would like reverse it in a way where you just
aren't sure anymore.
Suddenly see the whole character in a different light, where you just like everything he says, you start to doubt about it because.
When he seems like the most credible character in the beginning.
Well, he admits to. First he talks about the croissant and that his coach doesn't need to know about everything, and like he's used to keeping secrets.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I used to have a friend. His name is Kamil. He's like this character, exactly like this. So the opposite of
This one.
So I was like, wait. Do we know each other?
I was actually thinking that croissant actually will come back still at the end instead of coffee, because it sounded so often at the very beginning that I totally forgot actually about this coffee. But like, croissant, that there will be like some serious, argument about it at the very end, or instead of like actually Julia, it will be.
Or it could just
like
be the punchline at the end, like instead of for the fucking croissant, you
Yes.
idiot.
Yes.
Coffee.
I thought that was a great last line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, any other questions from the author?
Is this worth doing anything about this?
Yes,
Yeah, definitely.
for sure.
Yeah, I think that for sure the characters and the premise are very good.
It's a great short movie if you would like to do something like this. It has development in both directions, beginning and continuation. But as a short movie itself, it has huge potential already.
Did you see it in your head as a movie or short movie?
Or
what
theatre
format
piece.
did you look at it as that?
I always start with trying to write a play and then it tends to go to different
At different
directions, but
speeds.
I usually start with trying to write
A play, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting visuals when you think of Alex's character in Pink, you know.
Oh,
saying
yeah.
these things and like, oh, hey,
And you stood up too. I was like afraid to stand up. At one point when I really wanted to, and I was like, wait,
but
I
also,
can't.
you know,
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I
reacts
should.
to it. That's a big
If you set it on a train,
Hey, perfect.
We can connect all of this.
And Julia is just like at the bathroom. We could.
Yeah. It's all on the same train, guys. Same train of thought.
I got you. Hey,
Thank you.
Right here. Derailed it.
So we are going to wrap up tonight. Thank you very much, actors. Thank you again, Petra and. Very quickly, we started late, that's why we are finishing late. Thank you again very much for your patience, for your attention. Thank you very much, authors and actors and the audience, for all of your comments. Please don't forget to enter our website, darkbarkdrama.com, for more upcoming events. We have in 2 weeks stage reading in Skautsky Institute, so stay tuned there. Once again, thank you and big applause for all of you.